Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is actually a tag video called Scent the Town Red, and it was a tag that was created by Sally Marion here on YouTube. So Sally is another fellow fragrance reviewer. I also follow her Instagram. She has really beautiful vintage style pictures of like tea and postcards and perfume. I really love her aesthetic, and I love just listening to her talk about perfumes in her collection. I also love her accent. I don't know what it is about perfume reviewers with accents. I just enjoy listening to them talk. But go ahead and check out her video and also her YouTube channel. I'll have all her information linked down below. But essentially this tag is pulling out the red perfume bottles in your collection, or perfume bottles that invoke the color red, which Scent the Town Red is a play on words for Paint the Town Red. And for those of you that don't know what that meaning is, or that saying, so Paint the Town Red means to go out and enjoy oneself flamboyantly. I'm sorry guys if you hear my dog snoring. He pretty much does not ever leave my side anymore now that he's been diagnosed with epilepsy, and he also snores. He never used to. So I apologize. I'm not gonna wake him up. I'll try to speak up because it gets louder and louder. Basically, I'm gonna go over the red bottles in my collection, and I do feel like whenever perfume bottles are in red bottles, I feel like that's purposely. So it was kind of easy to not only pull out the red bottles or the bottles that kind of invoke the color red, but basically give you scenarios of painting the town red. So I'll go over like the time of day, or maybe who I feel would enjoy these scents, because I do have scents that are a little bit more youthful to, I wouldn't say overly mature, but definitely more sexy, going out type of scents. So let's go ahead and get into the perfumes. Okay, so first up, I'm gonna go over more, I would say, the daytime side of painting the town red, like maybe brunch with your ladies or day drinking with your friends, because now that I'm getting older, I prefer to go day drinking. We Uber downtown around 1. Sometimes they have like mimosa specials. This is pre-COVID. And then, you know, we go out and we're home before it gets too late, because that's the age that I have hit at this point. I prefer day drinking over clubbing, but I do have scents for going out like that. So the first scent I'm gonna go over, it's definitely more of a flirty, easy grab, fun scent. This is more for your masses. It's not for your mature nose, but it is a red bottle in my collection, and that is Ariana Grande's Sweet Like Candy, and this is the red hot edition, I think it's called. But this is just a sweet, fruity floral. There's notes of red berries, marshmallow in here. I think there's pear. It's just a juicy, sweet scent. I think this is great if you're, you know, young and want a flirty, easy scent. I would say, even though it's more of a daytime scent, this is the kind of scent in my early 20s that I would wear out, just because it is more young, fruity, flirty, and fun. I wear this one to bed. Honestly, I wouldn't wear this out now, just because there's other scents I prefer. This is definitely something I would have worn in my 20s. I used to wear Viva La Juicy, and that's kind of what this falls under. Again, this is Ariana Grande's Sweet Like Candy, and this is the red edition. And I do believe that this came out close to Valentine's Day, hence the like red bottle. So again, very intentional. Okay, so this next one, I would say again, brunch, day drinking. This is J Love by Jennifer Lopez. And this has more like red accents. It's not one of my red bottles. This has grapefruit, I believe it is. Like that's what I get the most in the top. Let me look it up. So this has tangerine, pineapple, raspberry, pink fruit. There's coconut, orchid, terry flower, water lily. There's sorbet, vanilla, whitewood musk. This is a fresh grapefruit, fruity musk scent. Even with the terry flower and the coconut, I don't find this to be like creamy or coconutty. I do feel like the pink grapefruit and the tangerine. Just the citrus makes this more fresh to me. But this one is described as sweet, fruity, citrus, coconut, vanilla, tropical, floral, and white floral. This is going to fall under the same vein. It's going to be more of a fun, flirty scent, I would say, for the masses and more for a younger demographic. I enjoy this to go for walks, but this is another scent I would have worn in my 20s to go out. So okay, so this next one is a Modern Musela Rouge by Estee Lauder, and I feel like this scent, the bottle, reminds me of a red lip and red pumps. So I featured this perfume in my Boss Lady Perfumes, and I had paired this up with Serena from Gossip Girl. And in that video, I kind of talk about how she's this party girl. And this to me is like a red pump kind of scent. And it's going to be more of a lounge, I would say. This is more like not necessarily clubbing. I can picture someone in like a nice lounge with this scent on. Whew. It's got like pink pepper. There's this spiciness in the opening to this one. So this one's described as fruity, rose, sweet, soft, spicy, floral, musky, warm, spicy, vanilla, fresh, and patchouli. The notes I get the most in here are the pink pepper, the raspberry, I get the rose. And then when this starts to dry down, I get more of the vanilla, and then I do get the vetiver and the patchouli. And this, when I was doing like my this or that, and I was spraying this one with another like fruity floral, I was noticing something about this one that made it kind of different, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And as it dried down, it kind of gave me like a lipstick vibe, but not a strong one, because I don't really like that in my perfumes. Well, I never thought I would, and then I get it very soft in this one, and I love it. Definitely a paint the town red kind of scent. Also one I think will be amazing in like cooler weather, because it starts to get sweeter as it dries down. This opens up very fresh and spicy, and then it dries down to be a little sweet, but not overly sweet. Very beautiful scent. I would say this is kind of, I wouldn't say a hidden gem, but just not one I hear a lot about. My girl Kiana put me onto this one. This one's really, really pretty. Let's go ahead and make this one my scent of the day, because I actually don't have anything on right now. I wasn't sure, but we're gonna go ahead and make this one my scent of the day. Yes. Another fun one. I would say this one isn't as youthful as the first two I mentioned, Sweet Like Candy and J Love, but this is La Vie Est Belle and Rose, and this is a more wearable rose fruity version of La Vie Est Belle. And you guys know that I love La Vie Est Belle. It's a scent that I used to lust over, that my coworker used to wear for years. So this was described as fruity, rose, sweet, floral, fresh, woody, powdery, musky, and patchouli. This has pink pepper, it has red berries, raspberry, rose, lily of the valley, sandalwood, musk. This is going to be another, fruity floral. This has the La Vie Est Belle like DNA in it, more wearable, but this is going to be another, I would say, more of your like day drinking scent. Like this isn't one that I would wear out. I'm saving those for the end. This is more painting the town red during the day. I would just say this isn't going to be as youthful. Like this is something that all ages could wear, but definitely if you find, some of these other ones a little too fruity, a little too juvenile, I would say this is going to be these two. I would say these are going to be, they're not mature. They're just not like a youthful kind of scent. So these two, brunch, day drinking. This one's going to be more of a lounge. This one you can wear out. This is sexy. This one, I would say it's more daytime, painting the town red. Okay, and then the next red bottle, and this is another like red bottle, is Si Pasione by Giorgio Armani. And this is another fruity, sweet, woody, rose, vanilla, soft, spicy, floral, fresh, powdery citrus scent. So There is a theme going on here. This one again has pink pepper, there's pear in here, there's grapefruit, there's rose, jasmine, vanilla, patchouli. This one to me is more of like this, more of that shampoo-y, like fruity floral, but this one is, to me, this one is definitely, you know, more women of all ages, and one that if you're a little older but still enjoy these kind of, you know, fruity florals, you might like this one. This one works out better for me in summertime. Like when I tested this out in winter, it didn't last very long. It lasted about 4 hours, but I noticed it lasted longer, the longevity. This isn't going to be a powerhouse projecting perfume. This is more in your bubble kind of scent, more passionate as the name would imply. This is a more crook of your neck, you know, come hither kind of scent. I think this one would probably work well in the club, like you're dancing, because again, this on me worked more in the heat. So I feel like if you're dancing and someone's close to you, this is probably the scent you want to wear. Like maybe you don't want everyone in the club to notice you, but just your dance partner. This is the scent I imagine you would be wearing. So that is Si Pasione by Giorgio Armani. That one I would say is a little bit more night, and probably these next few ones. The next one is Narciso Rodriguez, and this is Rouge. And this one is powdery, vanilla, musky, woody, iris, rose, sweet, earthy, violet, and aromatic. And this one's a little different from his other musky scents. I would say this one is maybe more going out. Yeah, this is, so for me, the Narciso line's a little bit, definitely musk. That's kind of his thing. But Rouge to me is different in that it kind of gives me that slight makeup-y vibe. So this one has notes of iris, Bulgarian rose, musk, tuberose, orange blossom, tonka bean, vanilla, white cedar extract, cedar, sandalwood, and vetiver. And this is another, like, to me, going out dancing. But this is more to me for your mature woman, I would say. Not that this scent is like a young woman couldn't wear this, but I can imagine this more on a woman my age, late 30s. So that is Narciso Rodriguez for her, and that is Rouge. Okay, this next one, I don't know if I would paint the town red with this scent necessarily. It doesn't invoke that paint the town red, but I do feel like someone, you know, would wear this. So this is Alien Fusion, and this to me is more fall because of the cinnamon and the ginger. So they don't say that there's jasmine in here, but this smells like alien. So I still feel that even though they don't mention there's jasmine, they say there's tuberose and another flower. What is it? So this is described as warm, spicy, white floral, amber, tuberose, vanilla, animalic, cinnamon, citrus, sweet, and powdery. And the notes that they provide are ginger, cinnamon, orange blossom, tuberose, white amber, and vanilla. But this smells like the clean jasmine in Alien. Even though supposedly there's no jasmine in here, that is what I get. I get the Alien DNA with ginger and cinnamon. I get a lot of cinnamon. Alien's always kind of smelled clean and rich to me, so I would say this is going to be more for your upscale, paint the town red kind of lady. And I think that the bottle, you know, fits perfectly. But I just didn't know what scenario I would wear this in, because this is more something I would wear like around a bonfire. You're not really painting the town red, but I would want to wear this more like in fall or like winter, maybe around a bonfire. Like that's what this gives me. But I would say if you like Alien, and that to me is like a paint the town red kind of scent, it's the cinnamon in here and the ginger, then I would say you would, you know, like this one. The projection on this one is not as good as Alien, but this one still has pretty decent longevity. This one I get about 6 hours on. It's still lingering on my skin, but it does become more of a skin scent after like the 3 hour mark, I would say. But it's still on my skin after that time. Okay, This next one, this is sexy. This is Paint the Town Red. This to me is in a bar, like maybe there's someone singing a sultry song, but that is Elizabeth and James Nirvana Rose. Oh, this one's so good. Oh, yeah, this is again in a bar. So this is described as rose, aromatic, fresh, spicy, woody, earthy, floral, and herbal. They only list 3 notes, which is May, Rose, Vetiver, and Geranium. To me, this is got like a spiciness to it. There's also kind of a smokiness that I find in a lot of the perfumes in the Elizabeth James collection. They all have like this smoky bar vibe to me. So this one, you're painting the town red, like in like a speakeasy type bar. And I mean, this just looks like a flask, and the bottle is this deep red color. So this was an easy one. This one's definitely like a sexy night out. These last 2 are not red bottles, but they definitely give me that red feeling. Whenever I wear these, I think of that little dancing red emoji, that girl in that spicy little number. I have a dress like that. We're gonna go over Dancing Roses first. And this one is, both of these scents to me are a night out dancing. This one's more cherry. So this one is cherry, sweet, rose, fruity, nutty, warm, spicy, woody, almond, tropical, and soft spicy. And those are the main accords. And this has sour cherry, brandy, rose, lychee, or lychee, however you say it, pink pepper, and saffron. And this is just a beautiful cherry liqueur. I will say that the opening doesn't stick around as long as I want it to. I'm noticing that with cherry liqueur scents, because I recently reviewed Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, and that gorgeous opening just doesn't stick around that long. But this scent still takes you for a ride. So this one definitely is like perfect to paint the town red, especially if you're like starting in the like evening and going into the late night. This scent's good. It takes you for a ride. This scent, these last 2, invoke again that little red hot spicy number, and this to me is what like the feeling of red is like. Red lipstick, pumps, red dress, just that feeling of dancing and having a fun time. When you think of red, you think loud, fun. That's what these last few scents are to me. I'll go over those top scents to me that give me more of that red vibe. But this one, even though the bottles aren't red, they do kind of try to make the juice a little, like, not necessarily red, but kind of like a red color. But this one's gorgeous. Again, this is a night out. It opens up very cherry, you know, cherry liqueur. And then as this dries down, you get more of like spicy rose, which is probably the pink pepper and saffron. And it does give me Delina vibes, which is probably the lychee that's in here. Gorgeous scent. I would wear this one going out. Actually, I have worn this one going out. Okay, and then this last one is Rose Rouge. And this is going to be more of like that spicy rose scent. Yeah, oh, this one's gorgeous as well. So, Rose Rouge. This one is fruity, rose, sweet, warm, spicy, woody, vanilla, cacao, floral, soft, spicy, and patchouli. For me, I get the black currant and the pink pepper in the opening. And then as it starts to dry down, that's when I get the rose and the fruitiness that comes from the raspberry. I don't necessarily get straight like cacao from this, but there is kind of like a bitterness to this, which is probably like from the cacao. And then there's also vanilla, patchouli, benzoin, vetiver, and musk. And this scent is just stunning. This is a spicy, like peppery rose with like earthy, woody, bitter dry down. Gorgeous. And there is vetiver in the mid and in the bottom. So this has like depth to it. Now, I will say that this isn't a projection monster. So I feel like this is another one that as your body heats up and the person's closer to you, definitely one of those scents. This is one that I wish projected a little bit more, but it doesn't. It did pass my next day test, but this is very much more of a in your bubble kind of scent. And again, that is Rose Rouge. And this to me just invokes that red vibe, that dancing red dress, red lip, not all at once. You're not wearing all red, but just that feeling of red, whether it be that you're wearing a little black dress with a red lip, or maybe you're wearing an outfit with red pumps, or just that a sexy red dress. This gives me that feeling of having a good time. And again, that is Rose Rouge by Van Cleef and Arpels. So yeah, guys, that will do it for my red scents in my collection and the scenarios in which I think I would paint the town red. But the scents to me out of all of these that give me that red vibe would definitely have to be Rose Rouge, Dancing Roses, Nirvana Rose. This gives me more of like a deep dark red vibe. And Modern Muse, this gives me like that red lip kind of vibe. And then Pasione. These 5 to me are the top 5, not only like red bottle scents, but just scents that to me invoke that color red. These 5. Again, this more like dancing, this more of that like deep, dark, sexy red. This is more of your like red lip, red pump. And this is more like passion. When I think of passion, I think of red. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think of these perfumes? Do you know what I'm talking about when I talk about that feeling of red? But that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like me and haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. Click the notification bell so you know when I upload. And until next time, guys, bye.